Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Call of Duty Zombies. For last episode, we basically finished off the Die Machine Easter egg. It was a very fair, simple Easter egg with a very easy, memorizable Easter eggs, and very straightforward. And today we are going through the next map, which is Firebase Z or Z, depending on where you're from, in this video. Now, what weapon should you choose? Well, that's fairly simple. You can actually go with the 3 weapons that I got on screen, which they're all viable. You can go with any other weapon in the game as well, but it's totally up to you on how you want to go through. In this particular case, I'm gonna trust on my old trusty friend, the M16, for this map. Now, I do got to apologize for last video's audio. I did mention it, but I really haven't thought it too much about it when I was recording. But since I was editing it, the audio was a little bit higher than it needed it to be. So I hope is everything up and crystal clear to hear. But overall, let's get right into the map. And here we are. We're approaching towards the map. And here we are.
Recover any intel you can. Ryamu, my team has reached the village.
I have taken shelter nearby. I will help you get to the Omega base and to the Svinya holding her prisoner.
So okay, we arrive at the map. We arrive here. Unfortunately, the dialogue's coming in, and you don't know what's going on. There's a lot of things we need to do right off the bat. But first of all, we need power. Every single zombie map, we need power.
Ryamu, point my team in the right direction. They'll find access.
Okay, meanwhile the audio in the background is, playing. We are going to focus on trying to go up through this teleporter up here.
I would join you, but
A lot of dialogues are going in.
Oh no. Requiem soldiers. How did you get access to the base? I know why you're here. You want the German girl, Maxis. Tell you what. You restore facility power. I'll hand over your spy. Okay. We'll play ball. Then we're coming for Maxis. And you.
So, okay, meanwhile all the dialogue is playing, as you may can tell, our objective is to save a character called Maxis. For all you zombie fans, you kind of know who she is. I'm not going to lore details here. But anyways, for the first round, you definitely need to know how to rack up points in order to proceed onward in low rounds as possible. Try to get headshots or melee, and then crouch down or prone down towards the cola machine to get 100 points. This is going to be a whole lot more different than was in Die Machine, because this one we do need the rounds as carefully as possible. Try to rack up some headshots as much as you can. Then we can focus on doing the other stuff that we have on screen right down here, which are going to be very simple. Now, different from this map, there's also a different special weapon or wonder weapon in this map, which I will be covering it as well. So why did I choose this weapon instead of the shotgun? Well, this map is going to be, in a sense, some long-range steps. I'll tell you which one. There's only one. So okay, we got some few enough points for us to advance forward towards this place. Go through here. So in this map, there's only 3 reactors that we need to. Obviously, I don't have enough points. So, zombie. No, they're just playing with me right now. They're just spawning. Well, now they're not spawning. They can't get their minds up. We just kind of let them go through where I am. So yeah, in this map, there's 3 reactors that we need to turn on. Obviously, that's going to initiate like a defense stage that once we activate, it obviously will cost you points. So we have to defend this meanwhile we kill zombies to charge it up. And don't worry, these zombies that you kill are obviously from the rounds, so you may see that it'll go up the rounds, but don't worry. For now, we're good on rounds. Don't dwell too long on trying to do the reactors and trying to, you know, go through rounds. Just do them as soon as possible, because the least round we go, the better. We don't want that. So yeah, as you can see, there's some zombies that will ignore you, because they're more prioritizing to destroy these cooling things. And obviously, once you do kill a sufficient amount, all zombies will go at you. So do be careful. So there's a path you can take. There's many paths you can take to go through all 3 reactors. I just normally take this one because it's the fastest one. All right, we do need to kill some more, so we can get some more points. And I'm just gonna let them go through, because otherwise they're basically not spawn. Yeah, they'll take their time. Right, with sufficient points, we get rid of them. I missed one headshot, but no worries. Well, I mean, I did melee, so the points still the same. Insta-kill, perfect. Sometimes a little bit waiting game when you're trying to go for these things, but no worries. Because when we finish this, basically the whole rest of the steps are very straightforward. There we go. Good thing about it, each time you do this, it gives you 500 back, so you'll get eventually a lot of points from the reactors alone, so you definitely can have the chance to open up the map. So we open this up, go down here. We have the sufficient amount of points just to stay in this round. Don't worry about the perks just yet. There's still enough time for a little bit of everything.
Learn from your betters.
Because we were still in early rounds, the zombies do still go through the top one, which I'm taking care of. So if you're on your own, that's basically the best strategy I can give. So all 3 reactors are open. We open this up, and I think we have everywhere open.
My location now has power. You have used before, yes? It will make weapon more angry than I'll cash after 3rd bottle.
So right now we can just focus on the Easter egg. For now, I'm gonna power up my M16 because we're definitely gonna need it. So in this particular point, we can just go down. But first of all, that's actually a very first thing we need to do. Once you turn on power, this door will open. I mean, you can go through this door as well, but you have to obviously, you know, take it. And there will be a blueprint right on that wall. Once you get this blueprint,
Weapon, you will need his special key. He kept it on his person at all times. Find him, find key.
normally the game tends to leave you hints on what the thing you actually need to find. Sometimes very straightforward, which I almost forgot to mention that in the previous video. And while we're here, there's a whole other things here we can pick it up now for later. In this particular case, this shovel right here. We don't need it now, but we'll definitely need it later, so keep that in mind. So once you get the blueprint, they'll obviously mention to put some type of key. Or you find this little note here, which I already got. And you can interact with this zombie right here. Do look away, because it is gruesome. I mean, it is a zombie either way, so in itself it is gruesome. So once you pick this up, don't worry about it, it's just all in animation. you will somehow find yourself that you are gonna be having zombies around.
They are dead.
Or you do take care of them. Don't worry if you're doing the same round as I am, they are indeed slow. And the zombie of the round is basically, you know, far away, so he's the one running. That's how you difference yourself from the rest. So what do you do with this eye? Well, this eye is actually it's very straightforward. You remember where the blueprint we picked up earlier? We have to go back there, and there should be a computer that we need to interact with this eye. So once we're here, we basically interact with this. This is like a type of eye holder or something like that, which the computer, sorry, will basically turn on, and you'll be able to pick up this key. Let's sort out the key first. So what do you do with a key? Well, with a key, you can actually interact with every locker in these barracks.
I'd bet good money it's a locker key.
And obviously the character will talk to you and give you a hint to what you need to do. What do you do when you open up a locker? When you need to hear a specific sound, and it will spawn this special enemy called a mimic. And you special zombie, well, special enemy in this particular case, will spawn. Do keep a mind on him.
More of those creatures could be hiding in plain sight. Looks like the business end of Cool Clay's energy rifle.
So once you destroy or kill this special enemy, it will drop a sort of barrel, which we completed one of the 3 items that we need for our special weapon. And my favorite. Another thing we can do in the meantime is interact with this computer with this little sphere here. You need to memorize this to where these are positioned, and I'll tell you which one, what we do when we get there. Very straightforward. Once you memorize a sequence of those 3, we're gonna have to go back to where spawn is, and I'll definitely tell you once we get there. We reach to spawn, so once we get here, obviously by completing, you know, the reactors, this will initiate. That would turn on. And sadly, I need this zombie to be distracted for a while. So remember the sequence of that surrounding bit? This has to do with this board over here. You gotta shoot first. Well, in this particular case with this weapon, I can't be able to do it because this is a 3 burst. God damn it. So basically, you need to repeat the sequence that it gave you the computer onto the dartboard. Which I'll definitely just demonstrate that when I can, because I did not think of that. But there's still other stuff we need to do. I'm actually gonna get rid of this zombie first. And look at this bunny over here.
I was gonna train one of my mechanics to do the job, but they're all dead. Let's get to it. I'm in mission control.
So when you look at this bunny, just basically just look at it as much as you can. The bunny will indeed react. And as long as you look more into it, it'll actually go up to you and teleport you to this unknown location. Now you're on a timer as well, so you need to act this fast. You need to shoot these bunnies that will spawn. It will only appear 3 times, and once you do shoot it, it will disappear and go somewhere else. Just look at your surroundings and basically look where it is. It's my second one, and do indeed be careful because there is a lot of enemies in here. Not sure if I can shoot it from here. No, I'm not risking it. Oh, there we go. You can either ignore everybody. Very, very simple. You don't need to kill them. But once you kill them, you get this box, which is very similar to the one we had on Die Machine. Oh, you look at that. Gave us our shotgun from last episode. Again, if you do have a blueprint active onto it, just need to make sure to apply it. So once you're done, you'll take a little time to go back to where you were. Obviously, you get a free perk after that, so if you're thinking of getting Juggernog perk, just hold tight. The game will give it to you free. Another perk we'll be getting is death perception. In this game, it's actually pretty good. because it gives you more salvage from picking up. So do keep that in mind. So this will be the, like, if you haven't played the game out for the first time, this will be the very first time you appear with a mimic. They camouflage from the objects that you basically see when the zombies drop occasionally. And they will indeed camouflage from those objects, so do indeed be careful. I am indeed gonna take this time to rack up some points and proceed onward to the next step. Now take the opportunity that these zombies are slow. I'm actually gonna use this weapon, this one-shot weapon, to use the sequence like we remembered back on the computer. So in this particular case, it's a 6, 8, 20, and a 13. Once you enter the 3, you aim at the middle, which it seems is not working. Maybe it's too wide for the shotgun. Or maybe it's just too much for the zombies. So, yeah. If you do have a small weapon, then yeah, that's a go-to. So anyways, we'll leave that for now. If you have entered the sequence, not with this weapon, obviously, just a one-shot weapon. Don't know why it's not working with the shotgun. It should work, because when you aim, it basically doesn't spread that much, specifically in that range. But once you get it, it'll drop a little item, and you basically hold on to it until later on to the steps. But for now, let's continue on with the main quest. So as what the scientist said, once we get here, he'll definitely talk to know where he is, and you speak with him.
Where are you keeping her? Well, she's not here. I'm conducting a little experiment. How long can a person survive in the dark ether? It's been a few days, so my money's on her being dead already. I could help you bring her back, but why would I do a stupid thing like that? Now, if you'll excuse me, with the power back on, I can finish my data transfer to Omega HQ. Ciao, suckers.
Fucking suka. The Dark Ether is a death sentence. I have seen it break men who survived the Gulag. There are other ways to make back talk. Return to the village.
So after the insults you'll be receiving from the scientist, our dear comrade down at spawn will ask you to come over. Yes, a little bit back and forward this Easter egg. So once we make it, we approach to him and we basically talk with him.
What's your big plan, Ravenoff?
When Omega first sent men into the Dark Ether, they came back crazy, telling stories we knew could not be true. To extract the truth, we created a special serum. This keycard will get you access to the materials needed to make a dose. This truth serum will make that bastard Beck tell you anything.
So once you talk with him and you know a little bit more about him and the place, he'll give you this special identification card.
Make a dose, then we give Peck a taste of his own medicine.
As long as we mix the dose properly, we should be in good shape.
I got that, man. So once you get the identification card, they'll ask you to find the doses. Where do you find those? On the map, there's 3 different types of lockers with a special pad. With a key card we open these up and get those doses. So yeah, one's is at spawn, one's at the I think it's the captain's quarters or the commander's quarters, office. Definitely no. Like I said from last episode, right in the top left, you can actually see the actual locations to where the stuff are if you do seem lost. So the other one's right here in the colonel's office. There we go. We activate this, and we get the second doses. At this point, I think you'll get enough points, or if you haven't racked up, do indeed rack up a little bit to get some few points to open up the last doors that you need to actually open up throughout the map. The next doses is actually kind of very well hidden. It actually is passed down under here in the engineering room. You activate this, and you get your last dose or compound. Once you get these 3 little test tubes or doses, you will basically have to go to the infirmary or the field hospital. You see this chemical mixer? You interact with it with the 3 doses. And do be indeed careful here, because now you get a little new
Careful.
enemy here,
That compound might attract.
which is the Hellhounds. They're not the same as the ones in Die Machine. These ones are go to you and explode. Okay, that's the last of them. That's the last of it. So once you take care of everything, you can basically now transfer it to the main this contraption over here, which if I can interact with it.
Aerosol delivery system. That should get Peck talking.
He certainly wasn't shy about cozying up with the enemy.
We're not taking any chances. Hopefully the serum does the trick.
So once you pick that up, there's only one place you can place it, and it's right here on the ventilation shaft. And that will start sucking it in. And once you do that, we go talk to Peck again, the scientist.
My truth serum? I suppose you think you're clever. Is it even a proper dose?
And you see the effect of the dose
It might be.
onto the scientist.
Symptom check. Warm tingles, goosebumps, feeling of happiness, euphoria. Which means it's time for hallucinations. Memories. My memories. I see. Is that? I believe it is. The meaning of life. To dance.
So you definitely see this character talk nonsense during his whole dialogue, and there's nothing really you can do about it. The game will give you a direction of basically interact with him once he says necklace on one of its dialogue.
Watch my toes. I only have the 10. You wore the necklace from your 40th. Bought it at Dahlia's, your favorite.
So once you interact with them, now you'll get the nitty-gritty stuff, and it will tell you how to take care with the reactors.
You opened the portal. Tell us the truth. The truth. The truth is that you interrupted a lovely waltz with my Martha. But the portal, you'll need the codes to restart the quantum mainframe. Dr. Sokolov and Brahms have them. But to locate Maxis, you'll need her dimensional tracker ID tag. Sabine has that. Oh, yeah. They're all dead. Or infected. Head to the data center. There may be something that can help you.
So once he's finished with his nonsense of dialogues, which you most likely didn't understand what he was talking about, you actually have to go through this little radar dish right up here. You enter inside the data center. Once you approach, you use these. You activate this memory transfer.
Built to recover memories from dark ether miners transformed by Ethereum. All you need to do is find Sokolov, Brahms, and Sabine in their current forms. Trap their essence, collect their memories. Easy peasy.
So this particular point is going to be very easy. I hate when this happens. So in this particular point, it's a shame that I couldn't do it in this round, but no worries. We're still at very, very early rounds. So I'm gonna stay right here. I don't want to go adventure around that much. I'll explain you why once I leave one zombie alive. So now we're down to the last zombie. I'm in an insta kill, so I'm just gonna wait out until insta kill is done. So the cool little trick with these new
Like Peck said,
traps.
easy enough. Reactivation codes, tracker ID, open the portal, bring Maxis home.
Just need to locate our marks. Like finding a needle in a haystack. If the haystack was rotten meat.
So once you do pick up the trap, it will obviously replace your one of your equipments. This particular case had a decoy, but there's no really don't worry about it. So what you do with this is the easiest part that you can actually hold a zombie into, and most likely perfect for me. Don't want to overdo it though. So once you do that, you can actually trap zombies in order to basically keep them for 3 minutes. In this particular case, I couldn't because they have so much health. You all play Pokemon, right? So you definitely know what I'm talking about on basically how to capture these things. The lower health, the more lower health they have, the easier it is to them to catch. In this particular case, I'm not having that much luck. Yeah, I'm not having any luck. Alright, shoot up his feet a bit. So he has lower health. Hope isn't a sufficient amount. Alright, once you do capture it, it will be turned into purple. And the trap will indeed tell you 3 minutes. So pick up another one because this is part of the step. And you do really need to be careful because you don't want to overdo it. Otherwise, you do have to pass another round. So what you need to find is 3 little things to basically use for the contraption that they actually have. And those are obtainable by these mimics that will spawn randomly out of the 3 locations. Which one is in military command. One is where the, where they made the cars over there. Let me just get close to it so you can guys know where they are. So it not always will be in the same place like I am. They're in the motor pool. And the other one is at spawn. I'll tell you exactly where. They're very specific locations. And again, if you did trap a zombie, it's in 3 minutes. I'm not sure if this affected the passing the round to round 7. I think it did. Let's see if we're having any luck on getting this. Is it a 4? No. Or was it? No, it was a 6, 20, 13. I'm really having no luck. I gotta get Mule Kick. So for the fact that I can't specifically get it for some reason, I am going to indeed try to get a weapon that is not too much, but easy to get our weapon. It is indeed a little bit of a meh through this step. For some reason it didn't spawn them, so luckily I do indeed have to pass around. Now where is the box? Alright, get into the box. Let's see what it gives us.
I'm interested in process of manufacture.
Well, that definitely screwed up what I wanted to do. Sure, why not? I mean, if you really are lucky, oh my god, I cannot believe it. Sure, let's just use this to create the weapon. I mean, it can count. Let's just use that. Yeah, you stay there. Really? Wasn't that the sequence? Oh man, I'm an idiot. Right. Just reset that. It was. Let me just try the sequence then. Alright, let's just try it out. For some reason, it's not the sequence. So yeah, part of it, basically, this was out of hand. I did not expect that the game would give me the weapon at very first hit of the box. Seems to have a very, very, very lucky... So what does this weapon do? Well, this is the AK-84, the wonder weapon, or the special weapon of this map. Completely different to the Die Wonder weapon on Die Machine. This one, it's basically very different. It is an assault rifle, energy assault rifle, that has a launcher, a grenade launcher, which creates a vortex, and shooting it explodes. A very simple weapon and very easy to use. Oh, so it wasn't the 6. Don't tell me it's in the same one. No. So I had it right. What didn't it count? It wasn't the 6. It wasn't the 6. So apart from my bad calculation over there, I just go back to where I was because I still need to do this. So we're back here once again. I let this thing load because moving too fast for the game to load stuff. So it's the 1324. That particular case did not work. Just use this. 13, 20, 14. I am hitting it right. 13, 20, 4. Alright, let's just use other weapon. 13, 20, 4. You gotta be kidding me, right? I got another way to prove it. I need this. What do I do? Well, let's hit the box, I guess, again. I get rid of this weapon. I'm very unlucky. Like, generally unlucky. That could work. I don't want to miss that weapon, that shotgun, so let's act this fast. So imagine you had this weapon. This one is a very high rated fire of a weapon, so maybe I can or cannot if the game loads. There we go. So as you see, it opened up like it's supposed to. You pick that up.
Hit that Ethereum converter well. I suppose you'd have to in a KGB base.
So you pick up this cylinder and you get this step done. Very, very straightforward. We did needed that zombie down, so we can advance into the next step. So I don't know why that did not work on the shotgun. Maybe it's just because of the shotgun has a wider spread. The game can be a little bit of on its own sometimes. So anyways, we pick up this thing again and we just leave one zombie. Alright, so we're down to one zombie again. Alright, he's enough. He's enough. We leave him in there. Perfect. Alright, so we pick this up again. So yeah, this map is pretty much easy to pick up this weapon, even through not doing this guaranteed weapon. You can just go hit the box or do the challenge, which in this one is very easy because it basically once you open the first door, you already have it. So you can either just do that. And it's very most recommended to do so. So it's not in the motor pool. Let's see if it's here, which is not. Now this step can be a little bit wonky when it. Oh, never mind. I think that's him. That's it. Yeah, I think so. I actually never had him appear up here. So again, we don't want to kill him, but that's very overpowered for him. Don't want to hit in the head because it can actually kill them immediately. Alright, that's enough. I hope that's him. Alright, let's just try it out. So how do you know when you got it right? Well, if you remember what the scientist said in his dialogue, it mentions 3 names. And once you do capture one and put it inside the computer, it will definitely say the name of a dialogue from a specific character. If the name does not contain from what the dialogue has been mentioned, then RC, that's not the right one.
Downloading memories.
In this particular case, we got Sabine, which is one of the 3.
That's Maxis's tracker ID. Now the portal can target her position in the dark ether.
And don't worry, if you don't know if you got it right or not, the characters will give you a dialogue of a confirmation that you actually done it right. So in this particular point, we do indeed have to pass around because these type of things only comes once around, and if you do fail, well, you have to wait for another round to reappear. This step can be very annoying once you still stuck onto it and go very high rounds just because of this step. So again, I do have to indeed pass another round, so not only that, we can get some points as well. Oh, we don't want to pick that up. So okay, we're down to the last 2. Let's not kill one by accident. Alright, there we go. Broke my armor. He's very touched. I did not mean to kill him. God damn it. Alright, let's make this quick. Maybe I could just get, you know, the mimic meanwhile. It's very tricky. I do have to say so myself. Hey, it's in here. No, I'm not. Do not. Yes, yes, you got me. There we go. There we go. So we got him.
Final act was merely to fall.
That's another mimic. That's not what we need. So that's just a random one just spawning in the map. So yeah, that for that reason, I don't. It's basically recommended to not go through looking at the very first thing in the round, because you may actually accidentally confuse yourself from another mimic that most likely would have spawned, and can be a little bit more problematic than it needed to be. So that's the second one. Let's see if Brahms. There we go. That's the second character that we got. And because it has been happening this round, I actually have to go wait for the other one. So yeah, I'll be down for the last one. Don't know where it is. Most likely it's approaching. Oh, it's a crawler. I don't remember how you got into a crawler. What did I use to make a crawler? Well, I'm not gonna... I have no objections with that. So if you have any rooms to, you know, upgrade yourself before advancing, that's totally fine. Basically, do indeed go for it. I'm just gonna go with these Arsenal Station, which compared to the previous map, these are everywhere, so they're much easier to find and use. So unexpectedly, me having this weapon, I'm actually going to pack a punch it, and really this wasn't the plan I had in mind. Alright, let's get some perks as well. So what do we do with the last object that we need to find to basically build this weapon? Well, that one is a little bit more specific, because the object that we need is most likely at round 15. There's a special, there's another special enemy that will indeed spawn in this map, which only spawns after round 15. So you may actually, you know, want to hold on to the idea of crafting the weapon just yet. But overall, I'm just waiting for the zombie to appear in any minute right now. Quicker way is to...
1 minute until containment failure.
Not exactly.
Exfil window is open.
You get other hidden dialogues once you do capture other zombies and putting into it, but that's just other lore stuff. And to know if you've got it wrong or right, the characters will definitely say that that's not the right one. You should keep looking. Exactly. So the last one's basically down at spawn, and this basically is just gonna go spend some time over here. So I got the free. I'm not limited to where I go to not trigger it. I get confused myself if there is another one spawning in. Alright, we are indeed. Or not. I thought my melee would last. So the next one's right here. Nope. He's over than done. You're very low health. Come on. If you break right now, I'm gonna be mad. I'm so mad right now. He's gonna despawn. This is ridiculous. So yeah, that's the downside. Don't worry. If you do indeed get it by accident, it will indeed spawn in the next round. This step is more close to annoying than hard, in my own opinion. Because you do have to maintain yourself and not upgrading too much of your weapons. part that I need to get stuff done. Okay, so this is the last zombie, so I need to go back and pick up the essence trap. I might as well do it with a zombie. Well, I need to do it pass around, so yay. Annoying step this is. I never liked this step because of how complexity it is and how very specific you have to do it. And apart that we do have other steps to complete. Meantime, I'm gonna upgrade my armor to level 3, so I'm more than protected just in case. So in this particular case, I'm just gonna wait here and just do it as fast as possible and not overkill it. Or the game has other intentions.
That announcement was the last thing we heard before the base fell. Before the beasts poured into our world and struck us down. Get over there, now.
Scanning for target.
Oh, come on, trap it. There we go. So what this special round is, instead of having, you know, those Plague Hound rounds from the previous map, this one is very special in its own way. There's a defense part that I hope I have enough time. I think I do. So there's no worries. If you already have done this, basically just do indeed survive. So that's the third one, solo cov. I'm basically gonna use this. So wait, a faster way to traverse the map. And that's what this weapon is used for. Oh wow.
No head, no problem.
So you get these kill streaks there, which are very easy to use and very easy to get because the first time you buy them, they're always free. So don't go too overboard because they are expensive to get. They're like 8k, so best recommended not to. So that's done. So apart, we've done 2 things in the same round. So these special rounds do come between, I think, every 5 rounds. So do indeed be very careful. So once you get those 3 codes, it will drop the floppy disk, which is the second item of that category, to pick up, which I totally forgot to pick up. What? Because I had something to get first. So you see this floppy disk? You pick that up.
Let's get the mainframe rebooted.
If this works, we should be able to recover Agent Maxis momentarily.
So now you can focus on upgrading as much of your weapons. I can't believe that just gone. My god, this this is a very, very unique match I'm having. I'm having different types of luck. So what do you do with these traps now? Now you're limited now to 4 because the step required is unlimited. But once you've done that step, now you basically are trapped with 4 traps. So do indeed use this wisely, and it's best to keep one at the very last step. So I'll definitely tell you when you use them. Right, so this is the last zombie. Or not. I have a very bad luck on just trying to get the zombies. No worries. Well, I have 3 weapons that only the one weapon here can actually just deplete its, you know, health. So you insert the floppy disk in the planning office. Is this little 3-monitor computer or whatever this is, and that will basically, what's going to do is open this humongous door of this sphere. And your following step is to basically enter. You wait for the dialogues to come in.
Now you are broken.
And it seems that the thing is not overly powered. Hope that's enough. Yes, it is. So what you do is come back to the
We
scientist,
need to stabilize the portal, and I want the truth. The
and it
truth.
basically will tell us what we need to do next.
Truth is, I told myself it's okay to betray my country, my beliefs. Martha, her truth was cold. Mine was warm, safe, a lie. That's the thing about the truth. It's unforgiving. It doesn't care. Your feelings don't matter. But your truth, stabilize the portal. You need more power. Find Ethereum crystals. Take them to the ether reactors. Should work. Now, leave me alone. Please.
You need Ethereum? I know some soldiers have been stealing crystals to sell on black market. As they are all dead, I do not think they will mind if you reclaim them for the motherland. Karma is a cruel bitch after all. I do not know where they hid crystals, but an ether meter could find them. There is one in cabinet nearby. I can provide the passcode. The code is 7260.
So after the dialogue with the scientist, Dravenov will tell you that this sort of code and a locker, which is obviously this cabinet over here. You don't even memorize the code, the game obviously automatically does it. And you get this type of radar.
I'm still not convinced he's with us, but he's with Maxis, and that's what counts. Let's find these crystals and bring her home.
So now you go to the canister section over here, which very straightforward on how to basically obtain them. They're separated in three different type of locations in the map. One is literally by the field hospital over here, which is the step that we need for the wonder weapon. Use the vortex to basically, which I'm totally missing. You use the vortex to slow it down so you have enough time to pick it up before it goes away. Which that's basically one. So what do you do with this canister? Well, once you pick up a canister, you basically go to the reactor and it'll tell you that you can add these crystals into it. Just that's number one. The second one is right in the open lot next to the engineering, right in this little corner. Now this crystal will definitely be appearing everywhere, so do indeed be careful. And as you can definitely hear, the radar is definitely reacting, which is not knowing which one is the real one. To differentiate which is not the canister, it is these little black little mist. I think that was indeed the zombie, which is now going over here. So this one is the real deal because it doesn't have any black particles around it. So once you do indeed pick it up, it'll basically mark you onto the objects. Now, what would have happened if you gotten the other ones, if you didn't know which one to distinguish? Well, every single false canister, every single mimic will be basically, well, not spawning, but basically every single false canister is a mimic. So be prepared. So we're down with the second one. You definitely interact with this, and the other one is a little bit of we need more time. So zombie, get in the canister. Get in the trap. Perfect. So, where the last canister is right down in this little trenchy jungle. And it's right in the middle here. Now, once you activate it, do indeed be very careful. It would lock you in this type of...
Some sort of irradiated dome has surrounded you.
Yeah, there we go. The character said it. Oh, you remember the new enemy? Yeah, this is called the Mangler. What you actually need to do is shoot the arm, which in this particular case that's not what it did. Don't worry, more will spawn. In that case, obviously I have the wonder weapon, so maybe that didn't help. Yeah, these they're everywhere. Don't worry, just hold yourself out. It's very straightforward. They all come in one direction, so... Which says... The dogs are having a bad time tracking me. So that's the other one.
anticipated your failure.
For some reason it did not drop the object, so don't worry. Well, again, I'm having bad luck. Everything is not going as I planned. You should drop the last piece and didn't. So yeah, you pick up the last canister over there. And what you do is insert the last reactor. And now you go back to the dome. Once you've already done it, the characters will obviously tell you to go up to this dome.
Almost there. Wait, what's happening? See, here's the thing. If you believe my deception, does that make it true? Of course not. It means the truth serum wore off early because the compounds weren't mixed correctly. Heck, you son of a bitch. What have you done? I didn't do anything. You chose to overload the mainframe. You've destroyed your only way to bring Maxis back. You also wiped the hard drive so you can't steal my research either. You lost this one. Take it on the chin. Go home.
So after believing a certain truth, you're kind of stuck here without knowing what to do. But don't worry, just give it a couple of seconds and the characters will indeed just basically interact and say like, what do we do now? It should happen in any second now. Any second now. Come on, game, you're making me look bad. Now?
Wait a minute. Is that satellite ready with the energy beam from the director's new project?
You mean that disruptor beam meant for Operation Threshold? What are you on about? Oh, you think it'll give us the power boost needed to open the portal? Know what? I'd bet on it. But we'll need that satellite dish to distribute the blast.
So this is the last step before going to the final fight of this map, which I recommend you to be prepared at least, and then we'll definitely go on. So at the time being, on this particular point, I am going to prepare myself on basically can't do anything. So let's kill a zombie. So yeah, I'm just gonna pass around until I see the enemy again that we need to kill in order to progress the last of the steps. Because even though I got the weapon, doesn't mean that you don't. And that's the whole point of the video. Alright, one just spawned. I hope I just, get rid of it. Just had to go through a few rounds.
Activating decoy.
So when you kill its arm, it'll definitely drop this power cell. Which I almost got cornered. So once you pick that up, what you would do is go through this portal over here. And you go to a certain table near the same place as before. Which it will indeed charge. Interact again, or she'll tell you that, just give it some time.
Hostile expired.
Don't exactly know how long. Maybe it has 1 or 2 rounds. This one's round based, so it kind of get a little bit annoying. So keep an eye on it once in a while, and you basically get this last object done. So I'll basically just wait out and kill some few zombies in the meantime. Alright, that's another round. So once you do that, you can pick up this charged power cell to open this map. And what you do is just basically craft it in this little bench over here. The one's the same from it, and you can pick up the weapon. In this particular case, I already have the weapon, and yes, I can pick. I don't think won't let me pick it up because, you know.
You will endure.
I have obtained the wonder weapon.
You can obtain it for intel purposes, but if you already have the weapon, it won't let you re-equip it with another one. So, to keep that in mind. So there you have it. So you get this wonder weapon, which I got it early from the box, from first hit. So I have to go survive this. Yeah, I lied about earlier because I still trying to remember.
Your depths belong to the west.
I didn't expect it to be. Excuse me.
Marking artillery targets.
So these type of things happens every 10 rounds. I thought it was 5. So don't worry, you can just basically just do like I did. Like I said, the kill streaks do indeed help go through your rounds, that kind of stuff. So now that we have everything, our only purpose now is to basically leave a zombie, and I think we're much then ready to finish off this map. What I'm gonna do is upgrade, actually not the wonder weapon. Remember that. More of this weapon. The weapon that we start off in the beginning, if you haven't switched it out. But it's okay. So what we're gonna do is pick up the trap. We leave one zombie. It shouldn't take long, so we just go here. We still have a lot of zombies, so here I even got 2, so that's perfect. All right, we're down for just a few.
RTB for refuel. Evac window closed.
No, I need to be careful here. Hope that's enough. No, it's not. Alright, that's perfect. More than perfect. Wow, really? Literally just any of those two. Good thing my weapon didn't kill them. Because this was down to my last, so. It would have been good if it were. Would prefer the one. Perfect. So we don't need this. We just leave that go through those 3 minutes. But we have more than 3 minutes. We have more time than we need. So what do you do? RC1s, they say they need that to order to restore power to open up the portal again. Which is total nonsense. You go to this humongous computer here with its own monitor and basically mouse and keyboard.
Once you do, realign that dish to its position.
Now you have to, like it said, you have to align this little blue dot over here, and you have to find the satellite that has a question mark on the right bottom corner of this screen. In this particular case, it's, I can assume it's right over here. So once you do activate that, you see everything starts
Got your attention now, don't I, Peck?
in motion.
You'll want to see this.
So you see the satellite is moving.
Satellite dish ready. Requiem control. You may proceed with fire sequence.
Connection established. Systems nominal. Locking target.
Time for
firing
payback.
sequence. Firing in 3, 2, 1.
What the hell is that? Are you firing a goddamn space laser at my satellite dish?
So once you do that, you kind of hear some other dialogues, you getting the power up and that kind of stuff. And you might want to just stay here.
Do you really think this will work? At best, you'll burn out the reactors. At worst, you'll make them explode.
Attention, power levels exceeding safety parameters.
That's it, strike team. Get back to the OPC.
So once you get here, you basically interact with the OPC, and you get into a cutscene, in-game cutscene, to basically tell you that you have succeeded this part. Look at us.
Sam, what happened to you?
I recognize that voice. Weaver. You are Requiem. Run.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So there you have it. Once the cutscene ends, you'll be initiated to a very first boss fight of this game. But as I told you, if you get this weapon through in the entire game, I'm upgrading it. This fight is actually very, very simple with this weapon. Especially attack it when it's like, I guess, raging or roaring. I don't know what's more suited. It's a very straightforward fight. Don't panic. You're in like spawn point. You can get your last final touch, like upgrading or necessary to keep yourself alive. And don't try to corner yourself here. It's very easy to do that. If my aiming is not that wrong. I forgot to get my favorite grenades. Use every arsenal as your disposal, and this fight is much than easy to beat. So once you basically kill it, the game will tell you you've completed the main quest, and you can just simply enjoy the last of the cutscene of this map. And that's basically the end of the Easter egg. Kinda very straightforward. It is a shame that there's some other stuff in the Easter egg that I have to admit that I could have explained it in a different way if it didn't planned out how it went through.
Not coming with us.
But overall, don't panic. It's very round 20-ish. Same round that I finished in the previous map. So.
Once, Omega is not who we are. I do this for the good of the motherland, for the good of us all.
Try not to break anything else.
Remember, there's nothing so broken that it cannot be fixed.
Sam, are you okay?
I'm ready to come in. We have a lot to talk about.
Finally. Could you have taken any longer to get here?
You were smart to transmit your research. You demonstrated loyalty to an extent.
To an extent? What more do you want? Just wait until we get back to Moscow. We'll see what the Colonel thinks about this.
Really?
really want to know what I think? I think I want to see a demonstration of your commitment to Omega. Tell me, Doctor, which is your better eye?
And there we have it. Like I said, the Easter egg I would have explained it a little bit more better if I basically if I didn't know had that bad luck. And specifically when you get to capturing the zombies to give you yourself your rounds. I could have done it very early, but the map is very straightforward. Even though you do like skip around that kind of stuff. Like I said, you kind of see the, the damage, that kind of stuff. And wasn't any complications. So guys, that was basically Firebase Z or Z. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it's very straightforward again. Hope it was helpful enough. And yeah, next time it would be Outbreak. Outbreak is not a map but more of a mode that it's basically big scaled and very time consuming as well. And part of it's not only a mode, it has 2 Easter eggs involved into it, which I'll be covering the first one in the next episode. And I can tell you, that one, be very prepared, because it's gonna be more hectic than it's gonna be. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.